Hello fellow cultivators, welcome to the episode, could it be 4, could it be 5, of the Destiny tier list in the game tier of Immortal. And like I mentioned in the previous episode, this one will be mostly about some series, still a series of Destinies, but somewhat story related. So we are going to talk about, one is the Starlight, and one is Sword Shadows. And these two both are actually story related, but not reflected in the translations. And then I will talk about one Destiny, which is I cannot find out which is story related, but they are very similar to Starlight and Sword Shadows. And finally, we're talking about Following Bug, and it is clearly story related. It's all about the Dragon Hamlet. So without further ado, let's start. The next two series in this list is Sword Shadows and Starlight. So I consider these two, they are actually story related ones. And it is a pity for two things. One, the English translation does not show it, that it is story related. Two, the precondition to acquire these two Destinies series is not story related. And this is, I consider a very missed opportunity. So Sword Shadows in Chinese translation is called Hongchen Jianxia. Basically, it is related to Jian Hongchen. So if you remember, in the very early game in that village, the bandit village quest, you know that the woman was saved by a certain sage called Jian Hongchen. And that person apparently is the same person who left this destiny. So if they done it properly, first they should only let you be able to choose this destiny if you have triggered that quest and finish it in a perfect way. And if they want to make it better, once you choose the second tier of this destiny, you should be able to continue that quest to see Jian Hongchen and maybe have some new quest about it. I mean, it is not too much expectation, because at this section of this video, I will talk, it's only have 3 series of Destiny left. All of them are story related, and one of them already get a proper buff and continuation. And you know which one was it? It was Following Bug. So in my opinion, they could easily, just similar to the Dragon's Hamlet, making a Sword Hamlet, or Sword Sect, which is related to Jian Hongchen, where you need to choose this series of Sword Shadows. And obviously, they need to buff this, because current stage of the game, it is not too good. After dealing 400 times damage in battle, your subsequent ultimate will summon 12 Sword Shadows, ultimate attack enemies. And this is tier 2, and tier 1 you need 2 times, and 200 times, and 6 Sword Shadows. So the main reason why it's not good is simply because the Sword Shadow damage is not enough. That's it. And it's very easy to buff it as well. Though obviously there's a thing that this actually makes it better for a lightning build, probably, because you need to deal damage a lot of times, and anyways this will trigger lightning bolt and amplify damage that works extremely well. But still, with other builds like sword ones, this can work quite nicely. And I don't know, I couldn't think of something to buff it to make it a proper storyline, but this is a missed opportunity in my opinion. And similarly, Starlight, this is actually related to another event quest in this game. It's a Celestial Palace. Again, the name of the quest and the name of this thing, English translation of the Destiny, doesn't match. But if you're playing Chinese, it's the same word, 星耀宫 and 星耀九霄. So it's clear in Chinese. And now this, you can see here, it says that what does it do after killing 25 enemy in a battle? Your ultimate skill will generate Starlight blinding enemy within a range and deal lightning damage, lasting 15 seconds. That's last 1, and if you upgrade to 2, after killing 50 damage, it will again dealing lightning damage lasting 30%. So it's just make it a little bit better. And I would really hoping that, first of all, just similar to the previous one, Sword Shadow one, You can only take it once you finish the Celestial Palace event in a perfect way. And to be honest, that event don't even have a perfect way. You just kill everyone. But probably, let's say you tell the elder, the one who gave you the quiz, the truth. Only after that, you gain the opportunity to learn this destiny. And then subsequently you can upgrade it to level 2 and gain some new effects or gain some new plots for that quest, because I don't know what happened to the Celestial Palace later on, what happened to the 7th Elder. Come on, developers, they just forget about those old quests. Anyway, so this is again, as I mentioned, it's weird because, to be honest, I would say the trigger condition this of Sword Shadows dealing damage 400 times is much better suited for a lightning build compared to killing 25 enemies. And yeah, they probably should change the triggering condition for this. And the lightning build wasn't that great. And so-called blinding effect, probably I am 99% sure it doesn't work with mythical beasts. That's how this game works. So yeah, both of these are not too good, especially in higher difficulties, but I consider both of them as a missed opportunity. Okay, now let's use our out. This is the Sword Shadows. All these shadows going around. And the damage is not too bad, as you can see. I'm not doing any damage to him with my martial arts, and just all these Sword Shadows can manage to basically kill the Ancient Bloodlord by itself. So it's quite good. And to showcase your Starlight will be hard, let's try how does Starlight look. So I trigger this, and yeah, this is how Starlight works. Basically you see this rainbow lights, and it does somewhat damage, but I really can't see it with how much this little mob's dealing to me. So this Destiny called True Shield Stance, and it can be upgraded from Shield Stance. And they are, first of all, again, it's a weird translation. Like the Chinese is 归一矩, and it looks from Chinese word, it might be somewhat story related, but I haven't found any actual, or maybe I just forgot what is the actual story or event in the game that is corresponding to it, just like, the Jian Hongchen, the bandit one, corresponding to the Sword Shadows, and the Celestial Palace corresponding to Starlight. Here, the Shield Stand, I don't know, maybe some idea they already had in the beginning of the game where they try to add this quest into the game but never added. But what does it do after taking damage 100 times? The next ultimate skill will generate a shield, and your damage taken minus 90% when you have true shield stance, and otherwise damage minus 80% shield stance when taking damage 50 times. Again, if it is story related, I wish they could add it into it. And judging from this thing, it looks like, I would say, the simple shield stance is good enough. You don't really need true shield stance because you want it to be triggered earlier compared to taking 100 times damage and then trigger it. And 80% or 90%, yeah, there is actually a big difference. It's 2 times different, but still, I would rather it to be triggered earlier. So that's how I take this. I need to be hit 50 times in order to use it. Please, please. Oh, that is scary. Okay, now let's use our out. And this white shield thing, it is the shield stance. And deals less damage to me, only 747 now, as you can see. But shield wears out pretty fast. The last one in our list for the video today will be following back. And as you probably knew, this is something that it's not worth it if you are not using the Dragon's Amulet. and you probably want to use it if you're playing with the Dragon Hamlet. So with the Dragon Hamlet, I would say it is still not the min-max point with the best series for spear build, but if you are playing, it is good enough. It is quite good, I would say, even in case it's quite good. And also, if you are playing Dragon Hamlet, what's the point of playing it if you are not taking the following bug series? So the first 3 levels are quite useless. Let's directly call it that way. Basically, you have a little bug following you around, and they just become bigger while you are in different, where you are make it to tier 3, and you can, yeah, this is a little bug. Wow, that's already tier 3, and it does do attack sometimes. Go, come, do it again. And yeah, you can't control it to do attack. And this is a skill if you are playing Dragon Hamlet and you have the green skill. Okay, that's the attack again. Alright, that's enough. So if you are playing with the Dragon Hamlet and you have the green skill, where's my green skill? No, this is not my main thing. Mountain Hamlet. Sorry, that's an English translation. So you have the green skill Spring, and this allows you to add additional abilities to your following bug. And this is what makes it actually useful. And I wouldn't go into too much details of this thing, maybe it will be in a different video, but yeah, the first 3 levels following bug, not great. The 4th level start to become good enough. Let's show you. Alright, now I change to following bug 4, and now it actually becomes a little dragon. So the main thing is when you use the dashing skill, blink skill, to start to move away, the fallen male will be irritated. It will begin to this berserk state. And if you are playing, for example, a spear build, you have a lot of motions, you have a lot of dashing skills, and that makes it quite more powerful. Oh, first of all, you can see it becomes a little dragon. And so if you are continuously using it, you will become even powerful. And this is how it attacks. And when I do this, it goes to this crazy state. And do it again, then crazy state. Do it again, crazy state. So basically, the 4th upgrade makes it much more powerful. And the thing is, it will only be useful, like you can only achieve it if you are playing the Yunong or Dragon Hamlet. And only then you can upgrade to level 4. And this is something what I wanted for them to apply for the Starlight as well as Sword Shadows. But I don't have much hope. But yeah, level 4 is already quite good, and I would say in some cases, if you do not want, if you are not using a spear build, maybe you're using water sword, maybe level 4 is the best for you, because your water motion, you continue to have water motion, and you have a continuously berserk dragon dealing damage for you. So that's one pretty good thing. And if you upgrade it one more, you enter either High Dragon something or Fine Dragon Gathering. So basically, this choose 2 different, either a male or female dragon with you. And to be honest, in this one, I am not supposed to get it yet, but just to show you, I put this into my character. So basically, now your following dragon allows you to not only they attack better, they also gain ability to combine with you, and you have more abilities now in battle. So if I go to Martial Skill Arena, first of all, they still gain all the green skill abilities. Now this is the following dragon. You can see this little girl here, and she can does damage. But you see that it doesn't go to Berserk anymore once I use this. So they do lose that, but they can still use this skill and use those damage. And more importantly, it gains you 3 different dragon skills to combine with them. The golden one, the red one, and blue one. Blue one is really great for spear build, but I can't show you now. But just anyways, you know that following bug series is the 5th one, and it is best only, it's first of all only available, and it's only best for a Dragon Hamlet run through. And that would be it for this episode. I think that covers most of this upgradable one. There are several ones which looks like, for example, realization go 1 to realization, I don't know, 8 or 10, but they are not upgrading one that you don't need to take realization 1 to take 2, so they are not really be covered in this series. So that's about it. So thank you for watching, and if you like this series, please consider leave a like or subscribe. Alright, thank you very much, and I will see you next time.